What's up YouTube, DMLX here. Today I'm ranking all 8 Disney worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3 from worst to best. The way I'll be analyzing the world is based off the world's story, party members, level design, bosses, and minigames. Full disclosure, I do love most of the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3. There's really only one world I truly despise after completing the game. Also, feel free to leave your ranked list of the Disney worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3 in the comment section down below. So without further ado,
let's get it!
Coming in ranked last is 100 Acre Wood.
This world sucks!
Okay, but seriously, after beating 100 Acre Wood, I had mixed feelings of confusion, disappointment, and rage. In previous Kingdom Hearts games, 100 Acre Wood had a diverse amount of mini games to play in different areas of the world, which gave the player a relaxing / easygoing break from the main story and the fast-paced action. However, in Kingdom Hearts 3, 100 Acre Wood is whittled down to all the characters hanging out at Rabbit's house and only being able to play one minigame 3 times with 3 different themes to it, making this world pretty much a place to farm ingredients. So overall, I'm not happy with the way 100 Acre Wood turned out. Nice book cover though. Scaring its way into number 7 is Monstropolis. Like I said before, I enjoy mostly all the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3, and placing Monstropolis at number 7 just goes to show how much I enjoy the other Disney worlds even more. In terms of story, Monstropolis had a solid narrative overall, taking place after the events of the first film, with Randall seeking revenge on Mike and Sully, as well as an interesting reveal about how the Unversed were able to revive Vanitas through the use of negative emotions collected from children's screams. And how could I not mention the moment when Vanitas gets yeeted out of the factory by Sully? Arguably the funniest moment in Kingdom Hearts history.
Let me go!
Over here, Sully!
Furthermore, Mike and Sully were reliable party members with a fun and well choreographed team attack.
Nice throw!
However, Sora's chemistry with the monster duo wasn't as strong or memorable as I would have hoped. This is probably due to the world's story of the Monsters Inc. constantly being under attack by the Unversed, with little downtime for characters to bond. The Monstropolis world as a whole did a nice job at giving us, the player, a deeper look into what goes on behind the scenes in terms of how the factory operates, compared to what was shown in the original film. However, the industrial setting of Monstropolis just isn't as appealing to the eyes compared to other worlds in the game. I will say this, it was nice to fight the Unversed again after last seeing them appear in Birth by Sleep, with Lump of Horror being the big bad Unversed that Sora and company needed to defeat at the end of Monstropolis. I'd say this Unversed put up a good fight and had an interesting moveset. Although I would have liked to swung my Keyblade at Randall throughout my time in Monstropolis, it could have been set up like a boss battle similar to Barbossa's Illuminator Heartless in Kingdom Hearts 2, where you play a quote-unquote game of hide and seek with Randall, blending into the environment. I think that would have been a pretty fun moment to be had in the game, don't you think? What a coincidence, San Fransokyo flies in at number 6. Similar to Monstropolis, San Fransokyo takes place after the events of the original film, where Keyblade Hero 3 team up with a fully established Big Hero 6 team. The story of San Fransokyo not only does a great job at helping Sora grow as a character in terms of reminding him of those who are connected with his heart, but also finds a way to make Big Hero 6 a stronger team as well, as seen when Sora trains with Big Hero 6 by inspiring new modifications to their gear. Also, the interactions between the characters is a joy to watch, whether in or out of combat. And as a side note, am I the only one that notices how thick Go-Go is?
Lord have mercy!
Speaking of character interactions, Baymax is a great party member, with his team attack Interceptor Wing allowing for multiple forms of engagement against enemies, whether on the ground or in the air. Not to mention San Fransokyo having 3 bosses to fight, which include the Catastrophic Chorus, Dark Cubes, and Dark Baymax. However, in terms of world design, San Fransokyo wasn't as fleshed out as I hoped. All of San Fransokyo is pretty much just one massive city block. Yes, you can fight on San Fransokyo's Golden Gate Bridge, but the only time you can return to the bridge is through a battle gate. I'll admit, being able to explore the city at night and during the day was a pretty cool feature, but it would have been nice to see more of San Fransokyo's iconic locations from the film. That include the San Fransokyo Institute of Technology, Fred's Mansion, which would have been great for a Stan Lee cameo, RIP, and even the Lucky Cat Cafe. And it's not because I have a crush on Aunt Cass, even though she is MILF material. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention Flash Tracer. It's a nice speed trial game in testing a good amount of Sora's skills in combat and traversing various obstacles. Dropping below freezing into number 5 is Arendelle. The story of Arendelle follows the plot of the original film, so there's nothing new here narrative-wise in expanding the lore. Aside from Sora, Dahl, Goofy, and the returning organization member Larxene being interwoven into the story, as well as the reveal of Elsa and Anna being part of the new Seven Hearts. Although it is a bit of a bummer that Hans didn't have much screen time, or dialogue for that matter. But I will say this, the pre-rendered CGI cutscenes for Let It Go and the ending scene of Arendelle were a nice addition and an unexpected surprise I hope to see more of in future Kingdom Hearts games. The world of Arendelle mainly takes place on a snowy mountain, which is cool, no pun intended, making this world the first snow-themed map in Kingdom Hearts. We kinda got a tease of what that would look like in the Land of Dragons in Kingdom Hearts 2, where Sora and company head up the mountain to face Shan Yu's army. In addition, there was an icy labyrinth players can explore that was apparently created by Larxene herself, suggesting that she's been spying on Elsa as the new Heart of Light for quite some time. The labyrinth was a well-designed original area for Arendelle, but it's a shame we didn't get to explore the Kingdom of Arendelle itself. Granted, the Kingdom of Arendelle was buried in snow and ice at the time of Sora and Dahl and Goofy's arrival, but still, it would have been nice to explore the kingdom after Elsa saved Arendelle from an everlasting winter. Here's hoping when Square Enix adapts Frozen 2's plot into Kingdom Hearts 4, we'll be able to explore the Kingdom of Arendelle up close. Oh, and Marshmallow as a party member exceeded my expectations. Definitely the biggest party member in Kingdom Hearts yet. And I also enjoyed my time fighting against him cliffside of the Snowy Mountain. Speaking of the Snowy Mountain, Frozen Slider was a fun minigame to play as well, with many different routes to take as Sora, Donald, and Goofy used Goofy's shield to slide down the mountain in Shaun White fashion. Lastly, Skull as the final boss for Arendelle was one of the best boss encounters in Kingdom Hearts 3, from the music, the design / moveset of the Heartless, as well as seeing Sora and Marshmallow team up to stop Skull's Spirit Bomb of Darkness.
PK Starstorm!
Falling with style at number 4 is Toy Box. Now before we get into the story, this world gave us one of the biggest surprises in the game, the reveal of Verum Rex, which is apparently a video game Rex is obsessed with and mistakes Sora, Donald, and Goofy as the protagonists of that game. And as it turns out, this may not be the last we see of the Verum Rex IP based on what was teased during the secret ending. Anyways, back to Toy Box. What's unique about this world is that Toy Box is actually a copy of Woody and Buzz's real home, which explains why there aren't any people around, Buzz's laser actually working, and other cast members of Toy Story not being around. The world of Toy Box starts off in Annie's room but mainly takes place at Galaxy Toys. I know some fans probably would have preferred exploring more iconic locales of the Toy Story universe such as Al's Toy Barn, Pizza Planet, or even Sunnyside Daycare, but I didn't mind Square Enix having a little bit more creative freedom and letting us players play through their own Toy Story. I love the interactions Sora, Donald, and Goofy had with the toys. There was a good mixture of humor, teamwork, distrust, and heart as the story of Toy Box progressed. For example, the way Woody stood up to young Xehanort, godlike.
Whatever you're talking about, I don't care. Put Buzz back the way he was, then get lost.
A few inches later.
My guess is no one's ever loved you before.
Woody and Buzz as party members were okay, I guess. They definitely weren't no Roxas, I'll tell you that much. But their team attack, Rocket Ruckus, certainly knows how to dispatch Heartless with style. Speaking of Heartless, Angelic Ember and King of Toys were great adversaries to fight against in Toy Box. That doll is the definition of nightmare fuel.
What the f?
Along with the other possessed toys such as the Bouncing Pets, Supreme Smashers, and the Gigas. The Verum Rex Beat of Lead minigame was alright I suppose. I probably would have liked it a bit more if the minigame had multiple stages, or maybe a Yazora's secret boss.
Final Mix DLC.
Laying down its hair at number 3 is Kingdom of Corona. Another world that follows the same plot as the original film, Kingdom of Corona is most definitely one of the best looking worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3. The colors in Corona are so vibrant, I love the look of the natural environments in the forest, and the architecture of the kingdom. Sora has great chemistry with both Flynn and Rapunzel, and are quite reliable as party members as well. Tangled Twist as a team attack is a fun and creative way of dispatching foes. My favorite social interactions between Sora, Flynn, and Rapunzel is when the gang helps Rapunzel's first day outside the tower, a joyful experience.
Back off!
Not to mention having arguably one of the best minigames in Kingdom Hearts history. Seeing Sora bust all kinds of dance moves at the festival definitely brought a smile to my face. In terms of enemies, I enjoyed fighting the Reapers, Chaos Carriage, and the grim guardianness, especially during that time when Sora, Donald, and Goofy had to fight the Reapers at night during the festival. Now that's what I call a backdrop. Which reminds me, if Let It Go can get a pre-rendered cutscene, why not I See the Light?
That was an amazing song, goddammit!
Going the distance at number 2 is Olympus. Olympus pretty much covers the third act of Hercules, where Hades calls upon the Titans to invade the realm of the gods, which leads to Sora teaming up with Hercules to stop Hades once again. Honestly, my only gripe with this world is that there isn't a Final Fantasy character present like the past games. On the upside, Hercules is officially a party member.
It's about damn time.
Also, I think Olympus has the best world design in Kingdom Hearts 3 thus far, as Sora and company transition from the town of Thebes to Mount Olympus, and finally the realm of the gods, with the change in scenery adding a nice visual flair to the overall experience throughout my time in Olympus. And being able to fight all 4 Titans was something I've always dreamed of doing since Kingdom Hearts 1. Honestly, I felt like Kratos taking on all these Titans. Oh, and Hercules, why you gotta disrespect your uncle like that? Last but not least, sailing into number 1 is the Caribbean. Ever since I saw the reveal trailer of the Caribbean at E3 2018, it became my most anticipated world for Kingdom Hearts 3, and it delivered. I'll admit, the story of the Caribbean isn't easy to follow if you haven't seen At World's End, or even Dead Man's Chest. Personally, I think if Square Enix added Shipwreck Cove as an explorable area to the Caribbean, where a good amount of the plot unfolds, the story of this world probably would have turned out a lot better. With that being said, what makes the Caribbean outshine all the other worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3 for me is the gameplay, visuals, and the world's massive scale. It was like playing a pocket version of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, whether you're talking about sailing the high seas, exploring the various islands, or running through the updated version of Port Royal. Character models of Sora, Donald, Goofy, and the rest of the Pirates cast are the best I've ever seen in a Kingdom Hearts game. Underwater combat is actually fun.
Take that, Atlantica!
And the naval combat just steals the show. Collecting those crabs though, not so much. In terms of bosses, the Raging Vulture was an annoying heartless to deal with, especially if you're fighting that thing on level 1 proud. That will make you want to pull your hair out, trust me. Fighting the Lightning Angler was a nice underwater skirmish, and taking on Davy Jones was well worth the price of admission. Furthermore, I gotta say the Caribbean pre-rendered ending cutscene was most definitely my favorite pre-rendered cutscene in Kingdom Hearts 3. From when Sora starts wailing on Davy Jones with his fists, to the death of Coulter Beckett, and Sora's monologue about finding those closest to his heart, solidifying the Caribbean as my favorite world in Kingdom Hearts 3.
There's always enough time. And I'm going to find them.
So there you guys have it, that's how I rank all the Disney worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3. Let me know how you rank the worlds in the comment section down below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Really helps me out. Subscribe for more content from me on Kingdom Hearts and other games in general. I'm DMLX. I'll see you in the future.